Welcome back, everybody, to One Question, One Answer. This is the spring premiere. As you can tell by my hair, the windy days of spring are here, and we in Ohio have to deal with snow, wind, and all those wonderful things that cram all of our seasons into a 48-hour period. So enough about that. We are happy to be back here in the spring and welcome a new face to Akhia and a new face to the couch. Will Reed, our new digital marketing manager, has joined Akhia. He has one whole week on the job and has a to-do list and of about this tall by now, I think.
Roughly.
Yeah, everything last week was, well, we'll let Will get to that. We're really excited to have him, and I think the best way to learn a little bit about him is to let him tell us about himself, and we have a good question for him today. It's pretty relevant to his position. But first, Will, welcome to Akhia.
Thank you. Thank you. Yeah, I'm excited to be here. Been bouncing around from agencies in-house, worked at Joanne Fabrics for a little while, a couple agencies, a startup that was ballooned to like 250 people and then went back down to 12 and then went out of business. Certainly excited to be starting here at Akhia. Yeah.
So I got to ask you, 1 week under your belt.
Yeah.
What's the biggest thing you've learned in the first week at Akhia?
This is going to sound set up, but I assure you it's not. It's actually the reputation of Akhia amongst my friends here in Cleveland.
Yeah.
One way or another. I haven't even talked to you about this yet. Hanging out with some friends this weekend and multiple connections, people who used to work with Nick and Mike at old companies, then even somebody working at a current client of ours talking about Akhia and how great they've been and like how professional they are, and even liking Nick and Mike, what great bosses they were, to like some really good friends of mine that I've had since college. Again, that sounds like we set that up, but it wasn't. That's what I've learned. I mean, obviously everyone here was cool. I've loved the work already in a week, but just getting to know the clients has been fun. But really, the reputation of Akhia as a professional company and a great place to work is what I knew it was good. I didn't know it was that good.
Yeah. Well, I know it wasn't set up at all. Matter of fact, I thought what you were going to say. The one thing you've learned is not to take Kelly McGrath's parking spot in week one, which we'll get to another time.
I already chickened out and didn't park there.
You didn't do it. I noticed.
I gotta get a few more weeks under my belt before I don't know whose buttons to push yet and how to do it.
Right.
That comes in time. I like to keep a low profile until I know people.
Well, we'll have some fun with that one. So the big question, I think, in your position, we're here into the first quarter's behind us in 2016, and I think rather than talk about digital trends for 2016, you and I have talked plenty of that and what really drives you.
Yeah.
Tell us, what are some of the things that have caught your attention so far in 2016 in the digital space?
I think it's the focus on things that aren't coming up with something like a new type of technology. I actually thought it'd be more different. I thought I'd hear a lot more about wearables, a lot more about the virtual reality systems that are coming out. But really, what I've noticed is the focus on things still, and the power of content, and more importantly, video content, and how strong that's getting. Obviously, we know things like wearables and ultra personalization is here, it's coming. But I think a lot of people still haven't adopted that video mindset. And I saw a stat in Forbes, like by 2017, between 70 and 80% of all content on the web is going to be video. So video is really all that matters, and making sure that's bite size for people to digest on the run, like on their mobile devices, and then people using like tablets and things like that. Some better content and just really good quality content. So adopting all that stuff from stuff that people would normally read, like blogs, and turning those into video series whenever possible.
Yeah.
So that's what's really grabbed my attention, is that's still the focus. I don't like to ever say content is king. It's such a buzzword to say.
Right.
But as what happens, video content is so important.
Yeah.
And whenever possible, if you can make it into a video, make it into a video. And not just a video like this. Can you make some short animations? Those are still working.
Yeah.
Those are still helping people convert at a higher rate. Reading will always place. Writing will always be important. But starting to get your video strategy, and if you already have one, really ramping that up, that's what's taken me by surprise the most. I guess eventually it'll be videos on your wearables, and what are those going to look like?
Right.
How short do those have to be? That's certainly something I'm already thinking about, because on an iPhone or things like that, you want it to be 3-4 minutes long. Is on your watch, is it going to be 30 seconds, you know.
Right.
But that's what's grabbed my attention.
Yeah, and I knew I liked you from the moment we met, but now I really like you because basically you heard it here first. Will said that this is the best thing we could be doing, so we should probably be doing one of these a day. Michael, what do you think?
More is better.
More is better. More of this is better. Well, that's great. Welcome to Akhia. That was a great answer. Looking forward to having you join us. Probably, I think you will be a pretty regular contributor, so
Hope
you'll
so.
probably be seeing more of Will. And maybe he could be telling us next time about his own web series that I know he's anxious to get back off the ground here, and some other ways that you might be seeing him too. So until next week, thanks, Will.
Thank
We'll
you.
see you guys next week.